Thank you very much, Francis Gasheru, for that. My name is Joyce Mghoi Macharia, Director, Office of Career Services here in Chuka University. The first thing I would like to say to our first years is congratulations for making it to Chuka University, a prophetic university. You have conquered, you have won, you have succeeded, you have achieved, and therefore we are happy that you chose Chuka University because this is a good place to be. Now my topic is life in campus, and I would like to add there is life after campus. So as I talk about life in campus, I would also want you to think about life after campus. And when I thought about this life after campus and why it is important, or what exactly is important that we talk about life in campus, I don't know what you would like to know about life in campus. But the word orientation itself means that we want to show you around, or we want to give you information that can help you be able to find your way around. So I'm sure you have different answers as to this question, what you would want to know in about life in campus. And I can talk a lot about many things in campus, but I will just talk about a few of them so that we can get you started in Chuka University. We can get you, whatever I give you or information I give you can help you to go by and to start your journey life in campus. Life in campus, of course, is very exciting. And yesterday I stood somewhere and I watched a number of you walking together in groups, in twos, in threes. Some of you I saw walking to Chuka and back. I watched some of you purchasing some things, some buckets, some sufurias, some sukuma, some meat, you know, some chicken. And I looked at all of you and I saw there was some sign of freedom. There was some sign of freedom. There was money in your pocket. There was freedom from the watchful eye of the parents, from the watchful eye of the teachers, from the watchful eye of the watchman, probably in the secondary schools. And of course, when you come to Chuka, when you come to university, or when you go to any university, you find that there are no bells, there are no closed gates with watchmen, there are no barbed wires surrounding you. And really, I am sure it's quite exciting for all of you. But I would like to say, when there is freedom, there must be responsibility. When there is freedom, there must be responsibility. When you come to the university, or as you have come to the university, you need to read, or you will read, you will get good education, you will make friends, and sometimes you lose some of these friends. And it is in campus that you will earn respect, but also if you're not careful, you will lose the respect. So I need you to know that you have the freedom, but let the freedom be accompanied by responsibility. Choose your friend wisely. That is the first thing that I'll say. Some of you have come from secondary schools where you've come here, you are alone, you don't know anyone. Choose your friends wisely, and don't rush to pick your friends, but choose your friends wisely. There's one time I met a student that told us that the parent told him that he is the bad influence, so he doesn't need to be told to choose good friends. So I'm hoping some of you are not the bad influence, and that all of you have good influence on others, you have good influence on yourself, and you also pick good friends. Don't rush. Take your time to pick your friends. I also want to talk about integrity and decency. While you are in campus, we encourage you to be a person of integrity. We encourage you to be someone who is decent. Decent in even dressing, decent in everything that you do. Decent in everything that you do. In Chuka University, we don't have the issue of my dress, my choice. Kindly dress decently. Go to class when you are decently dressed. We don't want to see your nakedness. We don't want to see things that are valuable and they should be covered. We don't want to see them in the open. Then keep off drugs and alcohol. keep off drugs and alcohol. We have a number of students that they take this freedom, meaning that they can do anything that they want. Remember, some of the things that your parents warned you about or your teachers, they have negative effect, and they are not good at all. Things like drugs, things like alcohol. If you are told not to go into alcohol and drugs, there is a reason why you've been told so. So keep off drugs, keep off toxic relationships, keep off toxic relationships. Toxic relationships have made even students lose their lives, youth lose their lives, youth kill each other, and so many other things. So keep off toxic relationships, have healthy relationships. We also have, in Chuka University, we have fellowships, we have Christian Union, we have the SDA, we have the Catholic group, and we also have Muslims. Muslims, they meet, there is a mosque that is near Chuka town, that is where the Muslims meet. But these other groups, they meet in the halls that have been designated for them. These halls are also used as classes. So join a fellowship, go to church, worship, and join a fellowship, just the way you used to do when you are in secondary school or when you are at home. And even if you are not doing that, we encourage you to do that here, because that will keep you in track. Attend all classes and aspire to perform very well. Aspire to perform very well. Most of the students, sometimes when they go to the university, they just tell themselves that once you go to the university, that is it. You stop working hard. And I remember when I was in the university, some of my friends were saying that in the university you can't fail. You cannot fail. You will all make it. But I want to tell you, you need to work hard, because yes, you can fail. Yes, you can fail. You can be discontinued from the university if you fail a certain number of units. You can also graduate with a lower grade, because you need to work very, very hard to be able to graduate with a first class honors, second upper honors, but we also have second lower, and we also have a pass. Please don't graduate with a pass. Do well in your exams, attend all your classes, and work extremely hard. Keep off gambling and betting. The pata potea scenario. If you go to the university, then you are someone who is of academic standing, and you are someone who believes in hard work. So forget about gambling. Forget about these things that you have. You either win or lose. They really don't make any sense. They will waste your money, and also you may not be able to complete, because you're spending all your money there. Things of pata potea, things of wash, forget about them. Keep off gambling and betting. Keep your values. In the university, we don't teach new values. We continue to insist on the values that were passed by your parents, values that were passed by your teachers. Those are the values that we continue to encourage you to continue to follow them. Continue to follow those values. Values of respect, values of honesty, values of diligence. Those are the values we still insist here in Chuka University. And sometimes when students go to the university, they imagine everybody else around them did not go to the university. Please don't have that mentality. A number of people are educated out there. They're just humble. So kindly be humble and keep your values. Avoid cohabitation. Avoid cohabitation. We have hostels within the university, and they are the best. If you get hostels within the university, they are the best. Number one, they are cheap. Number two, there is security, and they are really the best. And we have a number of hostels within the university. Please go for those ones. But just in case you cannot be able to get space within the university, then you can get a hostel outside. The community has built a number of hostels outside. They are also good, equally good. You can also get a hostel outside there and still stay comfortably. But what I would like to call you, if you want to share a room, please share a room with someone of the same sex, unless you are married. If you are married, then it is okay. to share a room, male and female. But if you are not married, we encourage you to stay off cohabitation. Cohabitation leads to early pregnancies. Cohabitation leads to other depressions and frustrations. Cohabitation leads to other challenges that hinder career development or hinder you in progressing in your career. So kindly avoid cohabitation. Delay commitment for better bargain. Delay commitment for better bargain. Stay single or share with someone of the same sex and avoid cohabitation, because we have seen a number of negative effects that have come because of cohabitation. You cohabit with someone and your parents don't know that you are living with someone. So kindly do not cohabit. Then avoid being fooled. Avoid being fooled. Avoid being cheated. In a certain university somewhere, I like saying this, and Francis likes encouraging me to say it. In a certain university somewhere, when freshers were reporting, there was some kind of a conspiracy from the other students. You know, when you are called fresher, fresher, these are just from secondary school. These are the best. These are what? But then these people do not have commitment. So they had some slogan that they were calling the 4 Fs. The first F was find them. The second F was fool them. The third F was, I can't say that one. And the fourth one was forget them. Kindly don't be found, don't be fooled, don't be, and don't be forgotten. Take care of yourself. Delay relationships. Delay as much as possible, and do not cohabit. If you must have sex, use a condom. It's hard for us to imagine you're having sex when you are young. But if you really must, then use a condom, use it correctly, use it consistently. Use it correctly and use it consistently. We have a committee in Chuka University, the HIV AIDS committee, and it will be we'll be doing some trainings here and there to give you information, about HIV, to give you information about use of condoms. So if you must, then kindly use a condom to avoid sicknesses, diseases, and even early pregnancies, and use it correctly and consistently. Be in touch with your guardians. You know, when people go to the university, they feel so excited, sometimes they forget where they are coming from. And they do something we call individualism. You become alone, you become like you don't want anything to do with anybody else, and you are just there alone. Be in touch with your guardians, that's what we'll tell you. Be in touch with your guardians, be in touch with your parents, call them, tell them what you're doing, tell them how you've attended your classes, and just basically be in touch with them. When a lion is hunting, the lion looks for a loner. A lone gazelle, a lone antelope, the lion concentrates on that particular one. So when the devil wants to kill you, he will actually isolate you and remove you from your parents, from your guardian. You're not talking to anyone, and the devil will deal with you that time when you are alone. These are situations where your parents will call you and your phone will be saying mteja hapatikani kwa sasa. Ukipatikana, then you start saying sikucharge simu, nilisahau simu, nilifanya. You have all sorts of excuses. The devil will deal with you because this is the time you'll go wayward because nobody is watching on you. So kindly call your parents, call your guardians, call your sisters and brothers, and just let them know how you are doing. I will not fail to talk about mental health issues, and I want to say that in Chuka University we have counselors. We have male counselors, we have female counselors, we have the dean, we have the assistant dean of students. All these, they deal with students' welfare. And when I say students' welfare, I mean all the welfare of the students. There is no situation that the dean of students' office cannot deal with. And I want to say we have the dean of students and we have deans of faculties. Those are different. Deans of faculties, basically academics. But Dean of Students, it is the students' welfare. So here in the Dean of Students office, we have counselors that deal with mental health issues. We have counselors dealing with mental health issues, things like stress, things like depression, things like suicidal ideation, things like, negative peer pressure, things like financial distress. Everything that you are facing in life, someone faced that before, someone is currently facing the same, and someone in future will face the same. There is no shame, there is no embarrassment in it. So kindly visit the Dean of Students office, and there are counselors there, even bereavement, they do bereavement counseling, and many other counseling. They also do addiction counseling. And that was my next point. Keep off things that are addicting in nature. Things like betting I've mentioned, pornography, I would like to mention pornography, watching excess movies, even social media can be addicting. That you cannot stay a minute without checking on your phone. That can be an addiction. Go to the counselors, talk to them. Drugs and alcohol. Go to the counselors, talk to them. There is something called weed. Weed is a drug that is basically almost everywhere. It is in your village, it is in your estate, and it is here in Chuka. And there's a lot of myth concerning weed. A lot of myth concerning weed. Some people say it is medicinal. Others say, I don't know, it makes you feel cool. Others say, there are many, many stories concerning weed. But the truth of the matter is, weed is still a drug, and it is an illegal drug. If you are arrested with it, you will be taken to court. That is not so important. The most important thing is, it doesn't matter how much you hide it. It doesn't matter how much you take it and you believe in the myths. The fact is, weed is a psychotic drug, and finally, it will affect your brain, your thinking, your reasoning, and all that. It will affect you. It will affect your thinking. It slows your thinking. It shrinks your brain cells. Shrinks your brain cells. It kills your brain cells one by one. So it doesn't matter how cool it feels now. One day, it will actually affect you, and it will make you lose the good person that you are, the intelligent person that you are. So if you're using weed, kindly stop. We have counselors that can assist you to stop that. But there is somebody that is coming to talk about drugs specifically. For me, I'm just mentioning. There is also something called radicalization. Radicalization is a situation where you have small groups of people that believe in things that are outrageous. When you look at them from outside, you find that they are outrageous. Avoid radicalization. Avoid small groups that look like cults. Small groups that look like cults. Small groups that have some kind of belief system that is not logical. I have also mentioned something to do with dressing. I want to say that you attract people who look like you. You attract people who look like you. If you want to attract a clean friend, decent friend, dress decently and be clean. If you want to attract a rogue, dress like one. You will attract one. So dress well. Your hairstyle, your hairstyle, how it looks like. Let it be clean, decent, washed well. There are people that keep some kind of dreads, and if the policemen are looking for Amkora and they run after them, and they find this person on the road, he will look like a suspect, or she will look like a suspect. Kindly don't portray yourself like a suspect. Dress decently, be clean, be healthy, eat well, balanced diet. In Chuka University, we have a lot of food. The marketplace has a variety of foods also, so eat well. There's also something I want to mention about sponsors. Young girls being looked for by older men and older women looking for young men. It is also the other way around. The young men are looking for older women, and the young ladies are also looking for older men. I have said there is life after campus. There is life after university. You are here only for 4 years. Do not do something that will affect your future. If God blesses you with years, you are here for about 4 years, and when you leave campus, you can live even for 70 years. So why destroy the years ahead just for the 4 years that you are here? There is life after campus. Do not do something that otherwise you would not do when you're out there, and do not do something that will affect the rest of your life. So keep off such kind of vices. Keep off such kind of vices. If you come from a humble background, continue to be humble. Continue to be humble. Use your finances prudently. Again, there's somebody who will talk about finances, but I'm just mentioning. Use your finances prudently such that you do not need to rely on someone who is older than you to take care of you in exchange of sexual favors. We have things we call here bashes and parties. I think you've heard they have been also even in the rural areas. They have been there. Even in your estate, they have been there. Parties, bash, and so on. I would like to caution you. About these bashes, about these parties. Some of these bashes and these parties are genuine, and they have good people organizing them, and they have no problem. But others have people who are malicious in nature. They are organizing them, but they have malice in them, and therefore they less the drinks, they less the food that they have prepared for this bash, and therefore you go there, you eat anything, you forget yourself, and when you wake up in the morning, you don't know exactly what happened to you. So kindly avoid these kinds of bashes, these kinds of parties that are organized by people you really do not know, because some of them may not be very, very genuine. I would like to also talk about free time. You will realize that if you pick your timetable, that you have quite some free time. That free time that is there in your timetable, it is for you to go to the library and read. It is for you to be able to do research. So it is not free time to idle around. It is not free time for you to do things that are not right. An idle mind is a devil's workshop. Occupy this time. Occupy this time by going to the library, doing your research, reading, and also joining the clubs. We have a number of clubs in Chuka University. We have a number of clubs. Join them. We have fellowships, as I've mentioned, and we also have sports. So kindly join some of these groups. It will be better for you than just spending your time in an idle way. I really don't know how many students are online and whether there are any questions that they would like to ask. But we will continue to interact. The offices of Chuka University are open. You can walk into any Chuka University office and ask a question, and you'll be directed to the right place or the right office. So do not fear to walk into any office if you have a challenge and ask and say, I have this and this, kindly where can I get help? You will be able to receive help. So Chuka University is the place to be. I am sure some of you did not know Chuka University and they found themselves here. They have been pleasantly surprised because we have a serene environment. We have facilities in Chuka University that are not in other universities. Our buildings are beautiful. We have beautiful compounds. We have well-kept compounds. We have, the environment is generally quite friendly. Even the community is very, very friendly. The community is very, very friendly. So if you are living in hostels within the community is also quite friendly. We are near Mount Kenya, a very beautiful scenery, a very beautiful view. So Chuka University is the place to be, enjoy the environment that is here. We have facilities for you. We have labs for you. We have libraries, very many libraries, around 3 libraries, and we are already constructing one. We have the clinic. If you're not feeling well, we have the clinic. You can visit the clinic and you'll be given medication will be taken care of. We have an ambulance even for that. If someone fell sick in the middle of the night, there is a number you can be able to call, and you quickly be picked and you'll be taken care of. So we have a clinic, we have libraries, we have accommodation, we have a students' welfare department. We have good facilities for you. We have good facilities for you. Enjoy your stay in Chuka University. It is in Chuka University where you can graduate after 4 years. You will not take 6 years or 7 years. The reason being, our students, we engage in dialogue with them. If there is a challenge, if there is a problem that they are facing, we always discuss with them. Our students don't throw stones. Our students don't barricade the road. We have a highway here, the Meru-Nairobi road. Our students don't barricade the road because they know the motorists have nothing to do with what they are going through. So our students, through the leadership, KUSA leadership, our students are able to raise whatever grievances that they have through KUSA leadership, through the management. The management has an open door policy, and therefore we discuss issues. We discuss challenges, and our students don't go to strike because we are able to handle whatever grievances that they are there. So to graduate within 4 years. You'll be able to graduate within 4 years. Will not take more than that. I want to welcome you to Chuka University, and I want to tell you something. I wish you a very good stay in Chuka, and it's only a fool who learns from his or her own experience. A wise person learns from others' mistakes. Whatever information we have given you, whatever information we'll continue to give you from today, even next week, we'll be having faculty orientation. Attend all of them and get the information that you are required to get and move on with life in a more smooth way, So I don't know whether there are questions, Ruth and Chacha. If there are no questions, then I would like to stop there. But you can always find me. You can always find the Dean of Students Office. The Dean of Students Office in the Recreation Center, first floor. And that's where the students' KUSA leadership is also. And my own office is through Gate C, behind Science Block, behind Students Finance. That's where you'll find the Office of Career Services. You can always walk in there and you can get the information that you need. May God bless you so, so much. May God bless Chuka University. May God bless all of you. Thank you.